Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you joined us today. We hope you're enjoying our new format, some of the shorter and longer classes. We've added some new sections to the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage to make it easier for you to find the classes by length or by purpose or by body area. Be sure and check it out. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Don't forget it's free and I'd love to hear from you, so leave me a comment. In today's practice, we're going to explore hip opening poses. You'll only need your chair, and let's get started. We're going to start by grounding our feet to the earth. So think about having those 4 pressure points equally weighted on the floor. So if you tend to pronate your legs or your feet, just make sure that you've got all 4 of those points equally weighted. Same thing about on our sits bones. We're grounding to our chair, right? So if you tend to lean or feel like you're leaning one way or the other, go ahead and make those adjustments so that you're feeling like you're grounded to that chair. Let's place our hands lightly on our thighs, palms facing up. Lift your heart. Close your eyes. Now connect your attention to your heart center. And feel your natural inhalation and exhalation. Begin to deepen those breaths, inhaling a little more deeply, exhaling a little more completely. Make that inhalation 4 counts. See if you can make that exhalation 5, 6, 7, even 8 counts. Use that belly breath if you can, inhaling, extending the belly. Exhaling, pulling the belly button to the spine. One more breath here. And release. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. And release it. Go ahead and open your eyes. Let's drop that right ear to the right shoulder. Feel that stretch. Go ahead and reach up with that right hand. You're just going to lay it lightly on that head. You're not going to pull or tug. Just let it lie there, giving a little extra stretch. Now your opposite hand, you're going to extend it out, kind of up towards the wall. Flex that wrist. Press through that palm. Should feel really good. All right, let's take the hand down first. Opposite hand comes off the head. Let's bring that head up. Wah, right? Just give it a little nod. And let's go to the other side. So we're going to let that left ear fall to the left shoulder. And you're just going to gently place that hand on the head. You're not pulling or tugging. Just gives it a little extra weight. Opposite hand is going to extend out kind of towards the wall. Flex your wrist, press through the palm of that hand. Oh yeah, one more breath here. Let's take this right hand down first, left hand off of the head, and then lift that head up. Wow, you feel it? I do. Do a little head nod up and down. One more. And let's just do one little shoulder roll. Okay. Oh yeah. And reverse it. Okay. So we're just simply going to take our chin and we're going to look over at that right shoulder. Okay. So just a gentle turn. This is for the neck. So we're keeping the body square, facing forward. It's just the neck is the only thing turning. All right. Let's go ahead and look center, and we're going to go the other way. And let's look center, and then we're just going to roll one shoulder at a time. And reverse it. Oh yeah. Excellent. All right, let's do a cat and cow. So we're going to place my hands lightly on my thighs. My belly is tight, heart is lifted. Now pull that belly button in, round those shoulders, tuck the chin, and let the head just fall. So there we are in our cat pose. Now we're going to lift our heart up, turn those thumbs to the back wall, and open into that cow pose. There's your heart opener. Let's do that again. Round down into cat. Lift up into cow. Let's add the breath. Let's inhale into our cow pose. Exhale into your cat pose. Just do that a few times. Go ahead and kind of at your own pace. Just a little warm up for that spine. Add the breath if you want to. It just helps us connect that breath to the movement, right? So later in our practice, as we continue to add more poses and try to connect that breath. But it's not important if you don't want to do it. It's okay. And release it. Very good. Okay, I'm going to take my right fingertips. I'm going to try to touch the ceiling with those fingers, but the shoulder is down. The other hand is going to try to touch the floor. So I got one hand stretching to the ceiling, one hand stretching towards the floor. Belly is tight. Stretch, 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 and release it. Let's do that again on the other side. Lengthen and stretch. Oh yeah, belly is tight. Don't lose that core, strength there. One more breath. Come in and release. Very good. Okay, I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to put it on the outside of my right knee. My opposite hand is going to come back to the chair. I'm going to lengthen through my spine, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to look over that right shoulder. Now here, instead of it just being the head turning, I want that action to happen right at the rib cage, okay? So I'm looking over that right shoulder. Seated twist. One more breath here, and we're going to come center, and let's do that on the other side. So I'm going to take this hand, place it on the outside of that knee, opposite hand on the chair. Don't forget to extend the spine long, and if you want to pull that shoulder back first, then turn, you're going to get a little deeper twist probably. Because if we pull that shoulder back, then automatically the body just follows. Just one more breath here and release. Very good. Okay, we're going to do a seated pigeon now. You're going to leave your right leg right where it is. You're going to take your left ankle and you're going to bring it up onto that leg, that knee. All right, so it's kind of in front of that knee. And we're just going to hang out here. We're going to extend that spine long and we're just going to breathe. So beginning to open up into this hip, you should be feeling this hip right here. Extending that spine long, belly is tight. We're just breathing. One more breath here. All right. So we're going to take this leg and we're going to put it down and we're going to go to the other side. So we're just going to take our ankle up in front of that knee. So we don't want it on the knee, right? So it's in front of the knee. And we're just breathing. We're extending through the spine. We're feeling this side stretching. I feel it. Do you feel it? Right? It's just a nice beginning stretch for that hip. We're just beginning to see what we can do to open up those hips. One more breath here. Put that foot down. All right. Let's grab a sip of water. Next, we're going to move into a seated lunge series. Let's come forward in our chair. So you're seated towards the edge. You're going to bring your knee into your chest and squeeze it. Lift the heart nice and tall. Flex the foot. Now, you're going to let go and you're going to grab under your thigh, press through your heel, push. Now, put that foot on the floor. And then I want you to relax the leg. Let's do that again. Bring that knee into the chest. Lift the heart. Squeeze that knee to chest. Grab behind the thigh. Flex the foot. Press. Put that foot on the floor. Relax. Again. Knee into chest. Squeeze. Flex. Push. foot on the floor, and relax. All right, good. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Knee into chest, squeeze, flex, press through that heel, put the foot down, and relax. Knee into chest, squeeze, flex, press through that heel, put that foot down, relax. One more. Knee into chest, flex, push, foot on the floor, and relax. Okay, that's a great version. Excellent. If you want to add on, what we're going to do next is we're not going to hold our thigh. So as we push through, we're going to let go and just work our leg only. But you're also going to be working into some stretching through the hips. Okay, here we go. Bring that knee in. Flex the foot. Now, I'm just going to let go and I'm going to push through that heel. Put that foot down and relax. Bring that knee in. Here we go. Squeeze. Flex. Push through that heel. Foot to the floor. Relax. Last time on this side. Knee in. Flex. Press. Put that foot down and relax. All right, other side. Knee in. Flex. Press. Foot to the floor. Relax. Here we go. Bring it in. Flex. Push. Put the foot down and relax. Last one. Here we go. Flex. Push. Foot down. Relax and release. Okay. Next version, we're going to do an external rotation of our leg. Okay. So I'll take us through it. But again, if it doesn't feel good to you, you can keep doing what we were just doing. But if you're with me, I'm going to bring this knee in first. Now, all I'm going to do is with my hand, I'm going to reach under and I'm going to grab that ankle. And gently, ever so gently, I'm pressing. You see that external rotation of that leg, right? So there's that hip, a little more stretch for that hip. Flex, press, put that foot down, bring the toes up, relax. And let's do that again. Bring that knee in, squeeze. Externally rotate. Flex. Press through. You can hold that leg if you want to. Put it down. Up we go. We're going to do it 2 more times. You can hold or don't, right? Maybe you want to not hold. Right? Press it through. Put that foot down. Toes to the ceiling. Last one. Here we go. Bring it in. Externally rotate. Flex. Press through. Put the foot down. Toes to the ceiling. Relax and bring it in. Other side. Here we go. Last one. Last side. Here we go. Squeeze it. Externally rotate it. Feel that stretch. Flex the foot. Press through. You can hold that thigh if you want to. Put that foot down and then relax it. Do it again. Bring it in. Rotate. Flex. Press. Hold or don't. Down. Relax. 2 more. We got this. Bring it in. Rotate. Flex the foot. Press through. Don't lose that rotation. Put that foot down and release. Last one. Rotate. Flex. Press through that heel. Those toes are up to this corner. Oops. Put it down. Relax and release. How does that feel, right? Some good stretching happening into those hips. Okay. So we're going to do it's called a seated straddle forward fold. I want you to heel toe those feet out. You want to keep your toes at a diagonal and your knees are in alignment with the toes. We're going to pull our belly button to our spine. We're going to have our hands on our thighs and we're going to let our heart fall forward, okay? So you're holding onto your thighs to give yourself some support. Your back stays flat and you're just letting your heart fall forward between your legs. Let's go ahead and tuck our chin and roll it up nice and slow. Okay, we're going to do that again. And if you want, instead of keeping your hands on your thighs, you can begin to let your hands walk down your legs, right? If you want. You don't have to do that if you don't want to do that. And you can even get it to the point where your hands are on the floor. But it's your choice. You've got options, okay? So we're going to do it 2 more times so you can kind of pick and choose how you want to do this. Extend the spine long. Let that heart fall forward. I'm going to let my hands walk down to my shins this time. I'm going to let that heart fall a little bit further down. Really feeling my stretch on those hips and inner thighs. Go ahead and tuck your chin and roll it up slowly. And we're going to do that 1 more time. Extend the spine long, belly button to spine. Let that heart fall forward. Come down. Your choice of hand placement. Tuck the chin, roll it up nice and slow. How'd that feel? You feel a little stretch there? Okay, what we're going to do next is an internal rotation. We tend to do a lot of external rotation of those hips, but this one is going to be an internal rotation. My legs are a little too far apart, so I'm just going to do a little heel-toe in to where my knees are a little closer, but not together. Now, you're just going to let your knees fall in. Nothing fancy about it. But I'm here to tell you, if you're sitting, doing whatever you like to do during the day, and if you think of it, if you will do this, let's heel-toe those feet out 1 time and then do it 1 more time. If you'll think about this, it really does feel good. And it's a nice stretch, that internal rotation of the hips. Just 1 more breath here. All right. Let's go ahead and heel-toe those feet back together. And let's grab a sip of water. Let's come to standing on the right side of our chair. We're going to move into a standing eagle pose. We're going to start holding onto our chair, and then we'll see if we can let go and for a little bit of a balance challenge. But don't worry about that right now. Just, you've got your chair right here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cross our ankle to our ankle. Bend that supporting knee. So the knee of the supporting leg, I want you to bend it and shoot your hips back, okay? So the minute you begin to bend that knee, that is going to create a little bit of a stretch into this hip of the knee that's bent and crossed over. Now, if you're feeling stable and you want to give it a try, you're going to pull your belly button into your spine. You're going to let go of the chair and you're going to cross wrist to wrist. So kind of find that spot that's not moving in front of you. Pull your belly button in. 1 more breath here. We're going to lift it up and we're going to release it. Okay? Let's do that on the other side. Okay? So I'm going to cross ankle to ankle. Pull my belly in. Shoot my hips back. Bend the knee of the supporting leg. Come up to cross wrists if that works for you, if you want to. You don't have to do that, right? You can hang on to that chair, that's fine. Just 1 more breath here. Come up and release. All right, that's version 1. It's a great version. If you're with me, what we're going to do next is instead of crossing that ankle to ankle, we're going to bring the knee up. Okay? Now, pull that belly in. So this is going to be a little bit of a balance challenge. I'm going to let that heel slide down that leg. Right? So there's our eagle legs. Now the key here is I don't want your hips angled out, right? So you want to keep those hips straight. We're going to let go of the chair and we're going to come into those just crisscross wrists first. Just take 1 more breath here, release, and take a moment, okay? We're going to stay on this side of the chair, and we're going to do that one final add-on before we go to the other side. Well, the one final add-on for this pose, and then we're moving into a warrior three as well. I'll show you. Bring that knee up. Slide that heel down. Now, remember, you can do the at wrist, the cross at wrist if you want to. If you want a little bit more, what we're going to do, remember, belly button to spine, lift your pelvic floor muscles, bring those arms up parallel to one another. Then this is the hand that's going to come underneath, and you're going to put backs of the hands together or palms together, lift up and forearms away from the face. Super duper challenge. One more breath. Go ahead and unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and put that foot down. Let's do the other side. So I'm giving you options, right? You can cross ankle to ankle if you like that better. You can cross wrist. You don't have to do the eagle arms. You don't have to do the eagle legs. I'm giving you lots of options. Pick and choose what works for you. All right, here we go. This leg is going to come up at tabletop. My heel is going to slide down that leg. There's my eagle legs. Remember, we don't want those hips coming in. We want the hips to be staying forward. Let go of the chair if that works for you. Belly button to spine. Find that spot that's not moving in front of you. Focus on that, and then you can cross wrist to wrist if that works for you. If you want to, bring those arms parallel to one another. Forearms are parallel. You're going to take this hand and bring it underneath, right? Forearms together. Palms facing one another or backs of palms together, either is fine, but lift your arms up and forearms away from the face. Pull that belly button to the spine. One more breath, unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and put that foot down. Okay, come back to the other side of your chair. Final thing. What we're going to do is we're going to add a warrior three. So when you're in your eagle, you're going to have your eagle arms, right? Whatever, eagle arms. Then we're going to unravel our legs and we're going to push that foot behind us, and we're going to do a warrior three with eagle arms. So you can push your foot behind you. You can have your toes down, right? So we'll be in our eagle arms, and you can have those toes down if you want to, or you can lift that leg up and try to work a little bit into your balance. So either is fine. Or leave it out, right? Just do eagle. It's all good. Okay, I'm putting my weight into the leg next to the chair. Bring that knee up. Go ahead and get those eagle legs. Let go of the chair. Forearms are facing one another, parallel to one another. Arm comes underneath. Create those eagle arms. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Unravel your legs. Push that foot behind you. Warrior three with eagle arms. It is a super challenging pose. Shoulders are down, belly is tight. One more breath here. Unravel those arms. Bring that knee up. Squeeze into the chest. Put that foot down mindfully. Let's come to the other side. Anytime we do a balanced pose, we want to come out of it on purpose, with focus, mindfully, right? Okay, other side. This is it, the last one for this series, and then we're moving on. Okay, I don't know about you, but this gets me a little winded. It's a lot of focus, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take this heel, we're going to slide it down, and here's our eagle legs. So I don't try to bring that leg back behind, because inevitably what happens is my hips end up turning that way, right? And you really want those knees, the hips to stay forward. So I just let that leg slide down and it hangs out there. And it's fine. Bend that supporting knee. Okay, are we ready? You can do wrist to wrist if you want to. If you were with me, we're going to do those eagle arms. Okay, unravel your legs, push that foot back behind you. Warrior three with eagle arms. So challenging. Belly is tight. Keep those hips square. The hip of the leg that's in the air is going to want to hike up. I don't want you to let it. Belly is tight. That is what's going to keep that from happening. One more breath here. Unravel your arms. Bring that knee up into your chest and put that foot down mindfully. So good, you guys. Yay. All right. So we're going to move into a warrior one and then move into a pyramid pose from that, okay? So I want you to come to the top of your chair. Your legs, your feet are in alignment with the front of your chair. I know you're like, wait a minute, but my chair's back here. You'll see why here in just a second. Okay, so the leg that's next to the chair, you're going to take a step back with that foot. Now your chair's right in the right position, isn't it? Okay, so that back foot is at that 45-degree angle. So it's had a little bit of an angle. Hips are forward. Bend your front knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Okay, here we are in a beautiful warrior one pose. Pull that belly in. Try to lengthen through the spine. Tailbone is long, right? Okay, take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, we're going to bring those hands up to the ceiling. Let's move to goalpost arms and squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Let's take those hands back up to the ceiling. Now, bring your hands to heart. Straighten your front leg and let your heart fall forward into a standing pyramid pose. One more breath here. Okay, go ahead and lift your heart up. Okay, now everybody, what I want you to do is take your thumb and I want you to put it right here in the crease of that hip and the leg. And I want you to think about pulling that hip back. Pull that hip back. Keep that thumb there. Bring one hand to heart. Extend through the spine. Belly is tight. Let your heart fall forward. Think about pulling that hip back. Pull that hip back. Pull that hip back. You feel the difference, right? Now you can let go. It's not that you're physically pulling your hip back, but you're thinking about it, and not physically pulling it back with that thumb, but it's making you keep that hip back. Just one more breath here. We're going to go ahead and lift it up. We're going to do that one final time. If you want, hands extend. Now, anytime you have this long lever, it's going to put more pressure on your back. So remember, if this doesn't feel good to you, keep your hands at heart. Inhale here, exhale, forward, over we go, over we go. Maybe your hands come down towards the floor. Keep the back flat though, don't round those shoulders. Just one more breath here. Press back up. Bring your hands to your heart and release. Okay? All right, we got to do the other side now. So we're going to come up where our feet are in alignment with the front legs of your chair. The leg that's next to the chair, you're going to step back. Now you've got that chair right where you want it, right? So you can hold on to that. That back foot is at that 45-degree angle. Hips are forward. Bend your front knee. You can make any adjustments, right? Sometimes I want to heel toe my front foot out because my hips don't come around. So I just do that, right? I'll move that foot out just a little bit, give those hips a little bit of extra grace so that they can move around because I do want my hips facing forward. It's all good. Okay, now if you feel like you want to, you can let go of the chair and you can bring your hands to your heart. If you want to hang on to the chair, it's fine. Bring one hand to heart. It's okay. Think about pulling your belly in and we stand down that back leg. So you want your weight to be in the center and it feels like, honestly, it feels like you're leaning back almost, like you're standing down that back leg. That generally is going to get you right in alignment. Can you bend the front knee anymore? Beautiful warrior one. All right, let's add the arms. Extend those hands to the ceiling. Shoulders are down. Okay, goalpost arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back. Come back to hands up to the ceiling and bring your hands to heart. Okay. We're going to move now into our pyramid pose. I'm going to straighten that front leg. Keep your hands at heart. Let your heart just fall forward, keeping that front leg straight without, you want to keep a micro bend to that knee. You don't want to lock out that knee. Keep the back flat. You should be feeling this hip, right? All right, let's come up. Now everybody just take your thumb, place it right here in the crease where the hip and the leg meet. Pull it back. Just consciously pull it back. Now here we go. Let's go back into that pyramid pose. You can hold the chair if you want to, right? It's okay. Pull that hip back. Pull that hip back. You feel it? I do. All right, let's come up. Bring your hands to your heart. The final version, if you don't want to do it, keep your hands at heart. If you're with me, my hands are going to extend up to the ceiling. And now I'm going to lengthen them out towards the wall in front of me. Keeping my back flat, they're going to come down towards the floor. Just one more breath here. Come back up. Bend the knee and have a seat. Whew. Let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to the forward towards the edge of our chair. Heel toe your feet, so heel toe your feet nice and wide. Okay? Whatever works for you, right? Whatever that means for you is fine. I'm going to have my hands resting on my thighs, and I'm going to let my heart fall forward, keeping my back flat. Now maybe you walk your hands down your legs. Maybe your hands come to the floor. It doesn't matter. This is your version of seated forward fold. Can you let your head fall? Just one more breath here. All right. We're going to walk our hands back up our legs. Okay, good job. Heel toe your feet closer together, but not totally, okay? Now we're going to move into Garland Pose, Malasana Pose. I'm going to let my heart fall forward, and I'm going to put the inside of this arm on the inside of that leg, the inside of this arm on the inside of that leg. I'm going to heel toe my feet a little bit further apart. I got them too close. My palms are together, and I'm pressing. So I'm pressing in with my legs, and I'm pressing out with my arms. Activating the inner thighs, you should feel that. One more breath here, all right? Release it. Leave your legs right where they are. Come up. Now, I just want you to let your knees fall together for an internal rotation of those knees. Of the hips. You feel it? Just one more breath here. Okay. Simply take your knees and open them wide. Walk your hands, keep the back flat. Let that heart fall forward. Walk your hands down your legs if you wish. Maybe your hands are on the floor. Tuck your chin, let the head fall. One more breath here. We're going to roll up slowly. Okay, we're going to move back into that Garland Pose. If you need to heel toe your feet together a little, that's fine. Let your heart come down. Bring one arm in, Other arm is on the inside of that leg. Palms are together. I'm pressing in with my legs and I'm pressing away with my arms. Just one more breath here. And release it. Keep the feet where they are. Let the knees fall in for an internal rotation. I know, right? Does that feel good? I like this one. One more breath. All right, go ahead and bring those feet back together. So we're going to move into a seated frog. I'm going to scoot back in my chair. And I'm going to bring my legs and open them wide so that the seat of my chair is in front. Now, I'm going to do this two ways. The first way is we're going to leave our feet right where they are, so the knees are in alignment with the toes. We're going to pull the belly in, hang on to the chair, and let that heart fall forward. Okay? So this is a great version of seated frog. Excellent. If this is how you want to do your seated frog, come back up, and that is fine. If you want a little more for those hips, and believe me, I know this is a lot, so this could be great. All you're going to do is take your heels and turn them more out. Now, I know they're not necessarily going to go out, but just more of an external rotation. So in the heels, instead of them being in, you see what I'm doing there? I'm turning them out. Same thing. Let that heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. You might feel it a little more. Now maybe your hands come to the floor. Maybe they don't. It's okay, right? Your choice. If your hands are on the floor, try to tuck your chin. Look under your chair. Wow. One more breath here. Slowly come back up. Bring those heels in and release. Does that feel okay? I know that one's pretty intense. Seated frog. All right, we're going to move into a seated crescent lunge. So we're going to work on the front side of that hip now. We're going to take this knee and open it wide. Let that opposite knee fall down towards the floor. Push that foot back behind you and lift your heart. Right? So this is getting more of the hip flexor, which is also really good to stretch. Let's release that knee. And I know we do this pretty much every class because it's so important, I think, to keep those hip flexors flexing. One more breath here. Let's release it. Extend that leg out in front of you. Same leg. Pyramid pose. So lengthen through the spine. Let that heart fall forward. Keep your hands on your thighs if you wish. Let's go ahead and roll up. Do that one more time. Extend through the spine. Belly tight. Let that heart fall forward. And up we go. Seated pigeon. We got this. Remember, if you want to do ankle to ankle, great. If you want to do ankle to knee, let's do it. Extend the spine long. Let that heart fall forward. Keeping the back flat. One more breath here. Go ahead and lift your heart up. Now, put your elbow right on the front of that knee. Put your chin on those fingers. Press gently for a little different feeling. Pigeon pose. Go ahead and come up. Final version for our pigeon pose. We're going to extend our hands up to the ceiling. We're going to try to touch the wall in front of us. And then we're going to let those hands fall towards the floor. And we're going to let the head hang and fall and just hang out here. One more breath and roll it up. Put that leg down. Other side. Let's take this knee and open it nice and wide. Other knee falls towards the floor. Push the foot behind you. Lift your heart up into your crescent lunge. Let's release that knee and do that again. Trying to relax this glute, right? Heart is lifted. One more breath here. All right, let's face forward. This leg is going to extend in front of you for pyramid pose. Hands are going to be on your thighs. Lift. Let that heart fall forward, keeping the back flat. And roll it up. Do that again. Extend first. Keep the belly tight. Keep the back flat. Let that heart fall forward. And up we go. All right, pigeon pose. Remember, if you like ankle to ankle, that's fine. With me, ankle to knee, I'm going to lengthen through my spine and let my heart fall forward. My hands are on my thighs for support. Just hold, don't hold your breath. Just your natural breath is fine here. Let's do that again. If you want to inhale here and exhale as you lengthen, you might get a little more stretch. Oh, I was going to put my elbow here, wasn't I? There, let's do it that way. If you like it. If you don't like it, don't do it. It's okay. One more breath. All right. Final version. Hands to the ceiling. Try to touch the wall in front of you. And then just let those hands fall towards the floor. Tucking your chin, letting your head just hang. One more breath here. All right, let's go ahead and sit back in our chair. Place your hands on your thighs. Shoulders are down. Palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Give yourself time. Give yourself time to think. Give yourself time to let your feelings run their course. Give yourself time to be thankful. Give yourself time to be thoughtful and considerate. Living well is not the result of overloading each day with a maximum number of experiences. It is more a matter of making every experience a quality experience. Anything of value that appears instantly in your life can disappear just as quickly. Seek instead to attain sustainable value in work, in play, in relationships, in every aspect of life. Give yourself the time to live with the quality you deserve. Whatever you build over time has a greater chance to endure over time. Find great joy in the time it takes to complete each journey you choose to make. Give yourself time and claim the great rewards of having spent that time well. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Place it lightly on your head. Extend the opposite hand out towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Place them lightly on the back of your head. Elbows fall towards the floor. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Lay it lightly on your head. Extend the other hand out towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Click on that subscribe button and leave me a message, and I will see you next time.